God help us. I can feel it. I can feel the tasty.
Hooray! I feel it. And it could be the alcohol you just gave me.
Oh, yes.
But we are officially live. Welcome, people, to the Game Tasty Show, the official podcast of NerdBacon.com, the tastiest place to get your gaming fix on the internet. My knee popped really loudly right there. I am Jeff Roth with NerdBacon.com.
And I am Dave the Watchman with NerdBacon.com.
I'm getting the tweet out there right now.
Oh, yes. Get that tweet.
So
get that tweet. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you live under a rock. I don't know if you live in some kind of cave, if you live in a strange vortex of time or something, but if you are not out in the public domain, if you're into gaming and you're not somehow connected, then you may not know it, but E3 season is upon us. It's like less than 2 weeks away. A week from Saturday. Can you imagine that? A week from Saturday, it will be EA playtime.
It always creeps up on us. You know, it seems to get it's getting sooner and sooner.
It really does. This one felt like it crept up a lot more. Last year, it felt like it just would never come. I mean, it was just like I felt like a lot more anticipation, a lot further out.
Sure.
This one felt like a slower ramp up, but now that we're seeing some amazing stuff like already dropping, like that Final Fantasy VII remake trailer a couple weeks ago.
Thank God.
The little trailer called Death Stranding that just dropped yesterday.
We'll talk about that today.
Oh my gosh. I am getting pumped. Oh, and Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty game.
Modern Warfare happened, Microsoft making some news, Nintendo making news, it's Square Enix making news, like it's happening all over the place, and we'll get to all that.
I'm so excited.
First of all, I want to pick your brain. I know you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Justin watched it, our friend. I caught some bits and pieces and through various social medias. All Elite Wrestling had their Double or Nothing pay-per-view last weekend. $50 I think is too much for a pay-per-view event.
Yep, absolutely.
But I think you do get to keep that on demand as well. But still, I think 50 is still a bit too much.
Okay, if they did it like in tiers, where it's like, okay, $30 you can stream the pay-per-view, but then $50 is stream plus you get to keep it. That's a deal.
With that.
Yeah, that's a deal.
Yeah. But from what I was watching, I did watch the free buy-in, the Battle Royale thing. First of all, Ty Dillinger, a.k.a. Sean Spears, looks fantastic.
Nice.
And he's finally getting that love. But I don't know how much you've watched of that.
Zero.
Okay.
Zero.
So,
I went to YouTube and I watched some entrances and I watched like John Moxley come through the crowd and lay out Jericho and everybody.
So just real kind of brief overview because I want you to get hyped for it because it's awesome.
Okay.
The winner of the Battle Royale.
Yes.
Will take on the winner of the Omega Jericho match for the first ever AEW championship.
Okay.
Which that championship belt is beautiful.
Holy crikeys. That is what a championship belt should look like.
And Cody even said it's one of the heaviest things ever. And,
Good.
And Bret Hart walked out and showed it off.
I saw that, yes.
So that made Vince mad, I'm sure.
What?
But the winner of the Battle Royale was Adam Hangman Page.
That's what I heard, yes.
As a late entry.
Very cool.
Which was very, very, very cool. A lot of great... a lot of the indie darlings you expect to be there were there. Cody and Dustin had a bloodbath of a match.
Yep,
Holy cow.
I heard about that.
And they're also going to be teaming up. Cody and Dustin will be teaming up against the Young Bucks next month. At,
Very nice.
Fight for the Fallen in Jacksonville.
I saw the Cody's entrance where his lovely wife, Brandy, hands him the sledgehammer.
I thought this was dumb.
Walks back up, and there's a throne there. A throne modeled after a throne that a certain 3 singular lettered individual who runs most of WWE right now, Triple H, would sit on for one of his grand WrestleMania entrances. And Cody takes the sledgehammer and symbolically destroys the throne. I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was cheesy.
I thought it was awesome, man. Come on. You got to go in for these, like, sending some messages, dude.
Well, it's like, that's very, like, on the nose. Like, okay, we get it. Like,
that's on the nose, but I think that was the only one that they did. The only little shot across the nose that they did.
Sure.
Right, throughout the entire show. And Cody deserved it because the way Cody was kind of treated in WWE and everything, and I think that was all right. Now, if they continue with it and just do this like every week or every pay-per-view, then yeah, that's going to be too much. But inaugural show, Just once, symbolic. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
His coat, his entrance coat, was modeled after Alucard.
I saw
which
that.
was pretty sick.
Whoa.
It was pretty
dude.
sick. But the
yeah.
match was amazing. The after-match promo that Cody gave was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. What else was there? Obviously, Omega Jericho with the Cracker Barrel in the ring, which was pretty.
What was the symbolism with the Cracker
I
Barrel?
just love Cracker Barrel. I think
That's it?
I think there's some sponsorship stuff with the Cracker Barrel there, and they all love going to Cracker Barrel. It's always through being the elite. They're always at Cracker Barrel. I think that was a nice little.
That's hilarious.
There. A good tweet from Cracker Barrel afterwards. Like, congrats to the Bucks and Cody and Kenny for all elite wrestling. That kind of
wow,
deal. So that's pretty cool.
My sister or my fiance's sister is actually a buyer for Cracker Barrel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Down in Tennessee.
But yeah, Kenny and Jericho had a amazing match. But then afterwards, Chris gets the win and says, "I want everyone to thank me." And here comes Jon Moxley. I have not seen a crowd that intense since Attitude Era Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The crowd was popping a lot. I think they popped a lot for Kofi's win at WrestleMania.
Sure.
But yeah, that was a very happy crowd.
But that was like rabid fan base, shook the building to its core.
Yep.
When Jon Moxley walked out and
and
started
then,
delivering dirty, whatever he wants to call them, dirty deeds to anybody
double arm DDTs. But what I really liked was the way Jon Moxley was carrying himself, just his body language.
Because he's supposed to be this unhinged
exactly.
Brian Pillman style.
It was like the Dean Ambrose that we were hoping to get when he first broke into WWE before they completely watered him down and destroyed him.
And he's now going to be in New Japan next month.
Yeah.
I guess him and Juice Robinson, I believe, are going to be having a match. So, and that's kind of the deal with this talent with AEW is that until the TV deal kicks in the fall, they can do Ring of Honor, New Japan, all these indie promotion stuff until the TV deal kicks in, which I think is, they have great relationships with them already. So, but here's the thing, this is great, and it was a way to make a great first impression. And people say, "Oh, WWE didn't do anything." They shouldn't. WWE should not make huge sweeping changes right now because it's one show, and if they do these big sweeping changes, AEW already won.
Yep. That's very true.
And at this point, both these entities need each other. Because if it's just one, it becomes stale after a while. Even with All Elite, how great as it was, if that's the only thing you have, it gets stale after a while.
I don't want to see WWE fold or get, severely damaged or anything. I want to see them succeed. Mm-hmm. I want to see AEW succeed. The wrestling market is now big enough for two of them.
Yep.
And competition breeds excellence. Yep. So let's see that competition. We don't need to see a bloodbath like we did with WCW versus WWF back in the day.
Yep.
We don't need to see that. It's a different era. Ted Turner was trying to put Vince out of business for whatever reason.
Sure.
And I don't think that's what Tony Khan and AEW are trying to do.
I don't think
I
so.
think they just want to have an alternative for people to play and be themselves.
As much as the talent there hated working WWE, which if you hear the Talk is Jericho podcast,
I heard about that,
holy cow, people just burying the company for what they're doing. Hopefully, this causes some internal changes.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to see them go away, but...
Yeah, I would like to, if you're going to change how the office works and give your performers more creative freedom, and that's going to lead to a better product, and everybody wins, because then you have awesome AEW wrestling, you have awesome WWE wrestling.
I'll watch both products.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go.
Speaking of going, we're going to try...
I think so. So I'm off that Friday.
We're going to try to go to... All Elite Wrestling has their show in August, All Out.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to get tickets to go see that.
Tickets go on sale that Friday of E3.
June 14th?
June 14th.
Okay.
That's the day where I'm like, I'm done with E3. I'm done. I got to get out of this house, dude.
Now,
but I think I'm going to...
All or Nothing sold out. Double or Nothing sold out in like 5 minutes.
I'll see what ticket prices are and I'll see what I can do. But I would like to go... I think we got to address the elephant in the room here. On a scale of 1 to 10, my brother, what are the chances that CM Punk comes back?
See, I had thought originally he's going to come back at Survivor Series for WWE, but at this point, with All Elite being the hottest thing right now, it would make more sense for him to come back at this
Plus,
next
he
show.
hates WWE.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He
So-
hates him. I don't think he would ever go back.
No, I don't think
But
so,
I
but-
think he would go back, if he was going to go into wrestling, he would go to AEW
Sure.
for a few dates just to stick it to Vince and maybe work with Jericho and Omega.
Sure.
But here's the thing.
CM Punk versus John Moxley. Holy cow.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Here's the thing, dude. Did you see the logo for the show in Chicago for AEW?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, let me find this real quick.
Yeah, we're going to try to go to that. I would love to also try getting Survivor Series tickets, also in Chicago. Also, next year, StarCast 3 is going to be in Chicago, which is the big wrestling convention that's happened around AEW shows.
I think we're just going to have to move to Chicago at this
I think
point.
so. Yeah.
All right. I'm looking for the logo here. Hang on just one second.
Didn't it look kind of like the All In? Well, there it is, with the 4 stars, with the Chicago flag.
Okay, yeah. So let's look at that. I know you're not seeing this on screen. I'm sorry.
Well, it's got the Chicago flag stars on it, which is what CM Punk's logo. Punk's trunks were.
Right.
Because they're.
But look at those stars. Look at those stars.
Sure.
Versus
'cause they're
look
red.
at. No, it's the same, dude.
Well,
that's the same.
Chicago flag. That's where it all comes from.
I know. I don't know. Well, yeah, that is okay. I don't remember the Chicago flag being the red stars.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance.
You're right. There is a chance for sure.
I might be reading too much into it. You know me.
All Elite Wrestling had a great show, and we want to go see it in August because it's had a great first impression that hopefully will change the wrestling landscape.
My tinfoil hat is always on.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here for video games, right?
Yes.
We're here. We want to just dive right in with this whole Death Stranding thing.
We can do that. Yeah.
Because obviously one of the biggest titles that's been kind of floating out there for the past couple years is Kojima's new project, Death Stranding. We've seen trailers of this in years prior and not really getting much out of it, as is Kojima's way. But we actually saw gameplay and we got a release date.
November 8th, 2019. Now, were you expecting Death Stranding this year?
Part of me, I want to go back to our predictions for the beginning of this year.
I know. I need to find that sheet
to see
again.
if I did say that. Was I expecting it this year?
Yeah.
Maybe. And I just say that because it's been kind of sitting there on the shelf for quite some time, and PS5 right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And this is going to be running on PS4 hardware. So it had to be coming out sometime soon.
Right.
I think. So I may have predicted coming out this year.
I will find that sheet and verify, but
It's a great shock because I figured Sony would have something right before E3, and this is that something.
yes,
So.
yes. One thing that was really interesting that Benji Sales, if you follow him on Twitter, pointed out, this game was like the fastest, the most viewed and the fastest liked video game trailer so far in 2019. It beat Jedi Fallen Order, like hands down. Like
Sure.
it got to like 2 million views in just a few hours and like hundreds of thousands of likes in just a few hours and hardly any dislikes.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I think the world is hungry for this game, and I think we're looking at a 10 million unit seller right here.
You and I have already watched this trailer before.
Yes,
And
I've watched it like 6 or 7 times.
yeah,
now.
I've watched it a handful of times.
Yeah.
I think I don't want every game trailer to be like this.
No, but it's Kojima. You gotta.
But that's why I think that's why this is getting so much attention is because it's Kojima, not because of the actual game itself, but it's because it's Kojima because of his track record of making the Metal Gear franchise and what have you.
Yeah.
And the previous trailers in the Metal Gear franchise of, what you're seeing is not necessarily what you're getting.
Yep.
So what does he have up his sleeve this time? So I think everyone's gravitating towards this trailer specifically because it's Kojima. If
And they
this was-
should.
If this was Death Stranding by, an independent company or by Naughty Dog or by something like that, would people be as invested in it?
No, of course not. And that's what success brings with it.
Right.
Is that name recognition. And that's one thing that Kojima has been very good about, is putting himself kind of at the center
Sure.
of his productions. So he's got that brand name. It's like a movie by Alfred Hitchcock.
Right.
You don't say, "Oh, I'm going to watch North by Northwest by a great thriller director." It's, I'm going to watch a Hitchcock film. Oh, immediately you know what that connotation is.
Right.
And that's because Alfred Hitchcock is a master of his craft.
Sure.
Kind of the same thing with Quentin Tarantino. I'm going to watch a Quentin Tarantino film. And immediately you get like a visual snapshot of his body of work and that style that Quentin Tarantino embodies with his work. And that's the same with Kojima. He's very smart about what he's done, and I think that's because he is such a student and such a fan of filmmaking. Is he wanted to model himself after those big name directors, so that way the weight of his name meant something.
Sure.
And I wish more developers were able to do that.
And what's playing into this too is it's the first game post Konami. It's the first game that's Kojima in his own production studio, where he's free to be as Kojima as he wants to be.
Yep.
And I think that's what has people excited too, is like, what does Kojima Unleashed mean? And it means what we're actually going to show you. We're going to watch along this trailer with you right now, actually.
And try and interpret it.
We've seen it before. We're going to watch it with you guys and kind of talk over it, and because there's things that I want to talk about, and I feel like last year we did this thing around E3 where you had us guess what the plot was.
Yeah, that was since you and Justin, since you both tied on the number of E3 predictions you got right.
Which is like one or two.
Yeah. Since you tied, the tiebreaker was you guys had to guess what the plot of Death Stranding was going to be. So now we get to find out who's going to actually win E3 2018.
I feel like there are some strings of mine that I go back to and say, oh, I might be onto something.
I don't remember what you said. I'll have to go back.
I do remember.
So. Oh, he's got the member berries.
I do member berry.
Oh,
so
nice.
let's
right.
We're going to pull the trailer from YouTube. Hopefully the sound is not overpowering, but we're going to go ahead and watch along this trailer again. Also, I've had this song by Apocalyptica.
Holy shnikes.
On repeats for the past couple days.
Yeah.
I will say get this version, not the one with the vocals, because that one sucks.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, the vocals one's not good.
Hang on just a second. Let me move this and just make sure I've got the... Yeah, I'm just going to lower this just a little bit more. It's because I worry now.
Also, one of the best named characters in gaming history with Die Hard Man.
Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm just excited to watch this all over again. Why is he in the esophagus? So this is obviously the perspective of the baby.
Right.
It's okay. I'll always be with you.
His engine is just gorgeous.
He has... It was so smart for him to use an existing engine.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled the... for those who don't know, he pulled the Decima engine, which powered Horizon Zero Dawn. So there's got to be a significance with the song.
And he's pushing it to...
Together, you can help us reconnect. You can make America whole.
I wonder if there's a significance with the birds.
America's finished.
Hitchcock.
Sam, if we
Maybe.
all come together again,
So she looks like she's the president.
we will not survive. We don't need a country.
These guys are falling out of the...
anymore.
Look at that. He's like turning to
We do.
ash.
Alone, we have no future.
Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
He's the president.
Yeah.
Just spitting images of Norman Reedus and Matt Nicholson. It's insane.
It's very interesting that the outline of the United States is covered by kind of like this spider web.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. He's creating his own bridge right there. And it's interesting, you can see the strands in the
Yeah.
distance there.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edge Knot City. They want the UCA to leave him be.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons. Militant separatist group.
I've heard of them. Bunch of terrorists who go around towns killing people and leaving craters.
Right. Nothing's off limits for them. Not even engineering void outs. There are extremists like the demons everywhere. Plotting in the shadows.
Why is he tasting her?
Isn't that Troy Baker?
Yeah, that's Troy Baker. So this looks a lot like Horizon.
Sure does.
Yeah, that's alright. They had a lot of grass left over in the engine, so
And
they
at
had
this
to...
point, I'm going, oh boy, I hope stealth's not a huge part. It looks to be that way. To me, the combat was clunky.
The combat's clunky, but the combat, you're supposed to avoid combat in the game.
Sure. Doing fat wheelies, bruh.
Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
What
I
are
can't
beats?
spot BTs. Just sense them.
That's why we came prepared.
Yeah.
A bridge baby, huh?
Makes me feel like shit every time.
Well, you are plugging into the other side. Freaks me out too.
So does that do something to the bridge babies when they're plugging into them?
I imagine so.
It feels like there's a lot of... And he's like holding it, you can see him holding his mouth.
And it looks like when stuff pops off at this point, it pops off hard.
Yeah. So it's like he's in the other world now. It feels like there's a lot of spiritualism in this game. Those bounced.
I appreciated seeing shooting in this game.
Yeah. That was horrifying. That girl, like, crushed.
Yeah.
That's pretty horrifying, too. Him
Yeah.
getting dragged off.
Yeah. Die Hard, man. It's such a great...
That's a great
so great.
mask.
Yeah.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started.
Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope.
Just, like, freaking out, dude. I love this so much.
Yeah, it's... Again, like...
You see,
Oh, right.
I've come to understand the truth of the Death Stranding. Oh, it's so hard to form connections when you can't shake hands. Fortunately, I've got a good connection to the other side.
covering the world in cable didn't bring an end to war and suffering.
Covering the world in cable.
Don't act surprised when it all comes apart if you try to do it again.
Humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, that's what we need right now. Not to stand apart, but to come together.
I'll show you the real thing soon. I promise.
What is that in his hand?
The whole wide world will be yours to explore. You'll be able to go wherever you want. Even the moon.
Okay.
What
So-
does it mean?
I feel I have it's kind of a loose interpretation. I feel like I have a better understanding of what's going on.
Okay.
So, allow me.
Yes. Oh, level up Justin. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Justin. Yeah, we just got back from watching that. So.
And oh, my darling.
Baby tanks. Okay. So, here's my thing. So the babies are obviously power. The beautiful thing about Kojima stuff, anything can make sense.
Yes.
So, the babies are there to power the backpacks to track the Death Stranding, which are the creatures that are hanging above, and of course the BTs work with the Death Stranding. So the connection to the other side. These babies are from the same world as the demons in the Death Stranding.
Okay.
Now, the Hades realm, the Hades side of things, the Death Stranding, the BTs, and the babies allow us humans to see the Death Stranding and the BTs
Sure.
and make that connection to the other side.
Yeah.
Because those demons are coming over to our realm and taking over, America.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think there's more to the babies may be the living on the other side, whereas the demons and the Death Stranding are, of course, the undead.
So what does that make like Norman Reedus? Like
In
is
our
he
realm.
Yeah,
So
is he living or
He'll may go back and forth. Because you make that connection, and like Mads Mikkelsen is on that side, and kind of Terminator-like, he's assimilating and having a human skin and posing as one of us, when he's actually on the other side. He's actually a Terminator, let's say.
Oh, okay.
He's a T-1000. So that's what he will do. But Norman Reedus is kind of the John Connor. I can make Terminator connections now. So, that's where now Die Hardman I love. When I see his mouth moving and his mask moving, it reminds me of when I had to do like zombie makeup for a 48-hour film fest thing.
Oh, sure.
And they had to put a bunch of prosthetics on me. I kind of felt like that was the thing. Is he immune? Did they get him, Norman? I think at some point they do get him.
Yeah,
I think
it
that's when you
seems
see
like it.
him like being
But here's the thing.
like colorless and wanting to kill himself.
Yeah, here's the thing. There's like no game over screen in this game.
Right.
So it feels like if you die, you're going over to another side, and then you have to get yourself back.
I wonder if it's kind
over.
of like a Dark Souls thing where you have to go to where you died, make that connection, get the baby back, make your connection back to the living side. Should be interesting.
What intrigues me though is like, what is the cataclysm that facilitates all this? Because it feels like there's like realities or dimensions that are colliding here.
Like what's the apocalyptic thing that happens? Like
Sure.
either be it climate change or running out of resources or just kind of rip from the headlines thing.
I don't know if it's that, because that feels like it's too current.
Mm-hmm.
And Kojima is much more forward thinking in his themes if you take a look at some of his games, especially like Metal Gear Solid 2. Now this was a game that came out in 2001, but if you go back and get to like the end of that game, some of the stuff they're talking about is basically like a small centralized group controlling information and putting fake information out there, and there being too much information.
Is the Patriots or the
I don't remember for sure, but it basically was talking about fake news, fake information 16 years before that was in our national vernacular. So I don't since something like climate change and loss of resources, that's kind of in the current national consciousness, so to speak. I don't think that he's dealing with that. I feel like he's dealing with something a little bit more forward thinking.
There might be more Terminator stuff, like it's gonna Cyberdyne. That's not right, is it?
Maybe there's something to do with like. Maybe he's talking about like CERN or something like that, because they're all this talk about them trying to discover infinite dimensions and things like that. So maybe there's something that happens, a cataclysm that collides all these realities together.
And maybe it involves this Bridges. This Bridges is kind of the overarching like evil corporation.
Well, Bridges feels more. It feels like it's more of a metaphor for bridging the different realities.
Sure.
And I also thought it was very interesting, like in the one part of a trailer, it's like first person, and it almost looks like it's in World War One. So it seems like there's like time. It feels like time is not a constant in this game. Justin says, I wasn't expecting a Saving America theme to this game. I thought that was very interesting as well.
Yeah, I figured it'd be like kind of saving the Earth, not necessarily saving America. So I wonder what the rest of the world's like. But those again, I think I pretty much guarantee that the babies in the backpacks are how you're able to see the other side.
Absolutely,
that's how you're able to you plug into that connection, and maybe that's why he ends up in the esophagus at some point, because being hooked up somehow leads to being inside of the person as well, with that connection. But I like how Mads Mikkelsen there is trying to get the baby out and saying all this will be for you, because they're the same species, they to me they're both the same alien type race. It's just the babies are the ones that got caught in, like, they were able to stay babies inside of this baby tank, while Mads and Troy Baker and I think even Lindsay Wagner's character got out and are able to, they went through their life in their world and became what they became, to now want to invade, America.
Interesting. One thing that I thought of after I saw this trailer yesterday, I have no idea, it was a random connection that I made, was a passage actually from the Bible, Revelation 18 verse 2. And he cried with this is like an angel comes down from heaven, and he shouts out, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage for every unclean and hateful bird. So there's always been a lot of talk with people trying to interpret different passages of the Bible that Babylon in this instance in the end times is referring to America, since you don't really have America really talked about in the end game of the Bible or anything that resembles America. So a lot of people have speculated that America is Babylon, because this Babylon type empire is destroyed in an hour at the end, towards the end of time.
There's your bird connection. They're the hateful birds.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what made me think of it, seeing
ash
that
right away, because they're demon birds.
Yeah, exactly. And being on the other side, or having this transport between sides, it feels like America in Death Stranding is this habitation of all these Birds Bible, Battlestar Galactica. Yes. But it feels like that there is this spiritual connection with it, and maybe this happens after America's destroyed and all these dimensions have opened up, and
sure.
I don't know if that's a valid reference or not.
And the actual gameplay felt like an afterthought. I think Justin was talking about, it feels like an Ubisoft third person, or it feels like Metal Gear Solid 5. And I guess that's with most Kojima games now, it's story heavy.
Yeah.
So these cutscenes are going to be movie length. So get your popcorn ready.
The thing though is that Kojima always packs in pretty fun gameplay.
Sure.
You had to admit, like, as iffy as Metal Gear Solid 5 was, I don't think that was all his fault, because Konami forced him to finish it, so there's like a whole third act missing.
Right.
So that's why the plot was kind of iffy and disjointed. But the gameplay itself, it was a fun game to play.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All of the Metal Gear Solid games were really fun to play.
What Kojima excels at is storytelling and character development.
Sure.
And that's what these trailers are supposed to do, is to get you thinking. Not thinking about how the gunplay is, how thinking about how
I'd be fine with it.
yeah, it's how MGS4 was kind of that way too.
Yeah,
it was just basically a movie that you played, you hit X a couple times. But it's it's about what do these characters mean, and what the gameplay stuff was kind of on the back burner. But the trailers are never there for you to talk about the gunplay or the how great it does look great, but
sure,
it's about characters and about what is the story. Let me grasp onto something so I know what the hell this game actually is. And I think this does a good job of at least giving us enough to where now we're actually having this conversation about, okay, I think I get it, and now I'm on it. And then he'll switch in a couple months and go, oh, by the way, something different.
Yep, and that's what I love about Kojima.
Yeah.
And then just getting back to gameplay, somebody I was having a conversation with was like, I don't think Death Stranding's going to do very well. They're going to find out Kojima is a fraud. Wait a second, guys. All 5 Metal Gear Solid games, like I said, were amazing. Mm-hmm. Then he also went out and produced a couple little games called Zone of the Enders and Zone of the Enders Second Runner, which is maybe the best pure action game that was on the PlayStation 2. So the guy knows how to make a damn good game.
Sure.
The guy has cemented his legacy, so talking about him being a fraud or something is...
I think this will be a good barometer, because like we said, it's kind of his first one on his own.
Yeah.
And I think people, good or evil, people will lean too heavily into that. Like, oh, if it's great, they'll go, oh my god, he's a genius.
Well, he's already a genius. He's an established genius. But
then blame Konami for some reason. They'll go back and say, oh, Konami, you suck because of this. Like, Konami had nothing to do with this, so we need to leave them out of this.
Konami got tired of waiting for him to finish the game and forced him to finish it. And that's, within their prerogative. But genius is on a circular curve with madness. And I don't have any paper to illustrate this with, but imagine this. So here's a circle. The very top of your curve is genius. The very bottom of your curve is madness. So you have a good idea. Let's say you have an idea right here, okay?
Okay.
That's just a midline idea.
Okay.
And then if it's a good idea, it goes up and hits that genius level. If it's a bad idea, it goes down to madness level, right? So this can continue a curve. It doesn't stop with genius. So you can have like intelligence to be such a genius that you start curving down to being madness.
Go full circle.
And you subsequently you can start at madness and have an idea curve up to geniusness, right?
Yeah.
So it is full circle. So the question is, where on that circle is Death Stranding gonna be?
We'll find out November 8th.
November 8th. That'll be a day one, day off purchase for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Justin says it's a PlayStation exclusive during the holiday season amongst third-party purgatory. Who'd have ever thought? Yeah, that's true. That's true. We haven't had a big Sony exclusive during holiday season in the past couple of years. They've been doing them in the spring.
And right now, what's supposed to be coming out?
Spider-Man.
What's coming out from other developers? What's Nintendo and Microsoft is coming out this holiday season?
Microsoft will have Gears 5.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nintendo will have Pokemon Sword and Shield in November. So those are all big sellers, and they got Call of Duty, which just got announced.
But those are another game in a franchise. This is a whole new thing.
This is
a brand new IP. But
Sony is so good at launching new IP. You've got to hand it to them. They have just been masters at that this year.
Yep.
I'm so excited for it. One thing I noticed that was very interesting. So they started doing a tease for like 24 hours prior to the actual trailer launching. They were playing the trailer, so they would have like this black screen, and they would have like handprints on Twitch, and the handprints would reveal like part of the trailer that was playing. The trailer was playing, like the full trailer was playing on a loop in the background, but then you'd have these different hands that would appear. And I noticed that the more viewers were tuned into the stream, the more hands were appearing. So that this game is supposed to be about interconnectivity and our strands with another. So I thought that was very interesting that even in the tease, he's playing with that theme.
Sure.
Because everyone banding together to watch this trailer is revealing the trailer. Smart, dude.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, it's Kojima's kind of the one developer right now that's a day one, day off, and you don't know what the game actually is.
Yep.
Mainly because other developers will tell you what the game actually is, and will show you gameplay and talk about it and have these big press conferences and go into detail. Kojima don't have to.
Take my damn money is all I'm saying. Just take my damn money now.
Yep.
Oh, another thing I was going to mention. We were talking about the music, and we're very convinced that this has to do with different realities, different dimensions, the afterlife, and everything. The music kind of plays with those themes as well, if you really think about it. You have the main theme, da 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 da, and then you have like this off-kilter thing that echoes that. So to me, that was playing with like living and afterlife. Just if you go back and listen to the music.
Kind of taking that song and just say the slower parts are doing the life section, and then the heavier parts doing the actual conflict.
Right.
Jared in the house. What up?
Hey, what's up, Jared?
The most infinite of knives.
Ooh,
up, Jared?
Man, that knife never ends.
It's forever. I'm glad you took a break from shagging foul balls out there at is it AT&T Park anymore? What's it called now? I forget what San Francisco ballpark is called now. It's changed names now.
It's still Candlestick in my heart.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oh,
Oracle Park, I believe what it's called now.
Ooh, I hope not.
I think it's called Oracle Park. See, I told you. Boom.
Man, I know what I'm talking
so
about. Excited for
anyway,
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding looks great. Definitely has us talking. That's what we're supposed to do. Some more quick hits before we get to our big predictions.
Yeah, we better make them really quick.
Yep. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare got announced.
Woo!
It's called Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Woo!
It will have crossplay and no season pass.
Wow.
I am not mad about this at all.
Activision is trying to make sure that hits hard. They want to make this the best-selling Call of Duty because they don't have Destiny anymore.
Right.
They don't really have anything else. They just have Call of Duty.
And I
gotta make that profit.
I'm fine with calling it Modern Warfare because if you go after Modern Warfare 3, that storyline makes no sense. You have to go back. And Activision right now, Call of Duty has its like third or fourth wind right now with Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Capitalize on that by naming your game what made the franchise what it was. Modern Warfare is the reason why Call of Duty is still being played today. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, is why Call of Duty still exists today.
You're right.
So to go back to calling it Modern Warfare makes total business sense.
I am into it. I'm not a big Call of Duty fan. This looks awesome, though.
Yeah.
Like, they've got a whole new graphics engine, so I thought it was next-gen. I thought it was a next-gen trailer,
sure,
honestly. But apparently, no.
No console exclusivity.
Yeah, that's so awesome. That is so awesome.
Yep.
And the crossplay thing is huge as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like I said, it's going to be the norm going forward.
They
with
want
these consoles that are be streaming now.
They want like 15 million copies sold of that game. You know it.
Microsoft announced Xbox Game Pass officially coming to PC. We don't know actual date or prices yet, but Papa Phil was out there doing his thing. And some notes that I wanted to quickly mention is that it'll feature games from Bethesda, Deep Silver, Devolver, Paradox, and Sega.
Nice.
As well as, of course, first-party stuff. There's Obsidian and Exile. Over 75 developers and publishers to bring PC content to the service and will ensure their library remains curated and full of great PC titles with new games added every month. Also, up to 20% off on games currently in the library, up to 10% off of related game DLC and add-ons. And said we will talk more at E3 on June 9th.
See, I think on the Xbox One, the add-ons are all included.
Depends on the game.
Okay, all right.
There are some games like it's the Ultimate Edition, and you come with a Game Pass.
Oh, I gotcha.
But like the big stuff for, like Fallout 4 would have like a discount price.
Yeah.
But
I'm super stoked. I've been kind of waiting for this. Before I jump fully in on Game Pass, I've been waiting for it to come to PC. Just because Xbox is on the way out. But, and I don't want to buy another hard drive. I have no space left on my Xbox.
And you already have all that Xbox Play Anywhere stuff.
Yeah.
So you can I can play Forza or Gears or Killer Instinct on one, and it goes over to the other seamlessly. So to include all these games that are currently on Xbox Game Pass, like all the Bethesda stuff, all the Deep Silver stuff, great.
Well, it might be different. There might be some differences between them.
Shenmue 3.
Oh,
Jared
yeah,
said
it's
Shenmue
about
3.
time we heard about
Yep.
Shenmue. Wouldn't that be funny? Shenmue 3 showing up at the Xbox conference after...
On Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, after 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, on Xbox. Oh, my God, dude. Dude. Ooh.
That'd be a great gift
That
to Microsoft.
Ooh. I like that. That's dirty.
Because what other way would you want to announce, hey, PC Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, here's Shenmue 3 on both?
And that also sticks it to Sony, since that was like such a big deal for Sony back in 2015.
Is it PS4 exclusive?
I don't know.
It'll be on PC?
No, you might be right, actually. You might be right.
In my mind.
I'll have to go back and double check that. Well, let's see. We've got the power of the internets right now.
Want to now? While you're doing that, I assume a couple more quick hits before we get to our E3 predicciones. Sonic the Hedgehog movie got delayed until February of next year.
Good.
Because they're going to remake Sonic and make him look not like a complete ass.
Yeah, PS4 and PC. All right.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate patch notes suggest VR mode on the way.
Why? Why? That game's going to be just
because
trash
they need
in
something
VR.
for that Labo VR.
All you got to do is just make compatible a little game called Mario Kart 8. All I got to do, Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. Ghostbusters the video game is coming back with a modern console remaster. I don't know why, because that game was fine. Does not deserve another version of that game. It was fine.
Level Up Justin says no to virtual reality Smash.
I mean, I know they were talking about with Ghostbusters that new a proper Ghostbusters 3 movie coming out.
Which
I know is hard because of Harold Ramis. May he rest in peace. So
maybe he's the ghost.
Oh my God. That's been floating out there.
That would be hilarious.
Egon was the ghost.
Yeah.
That's too soon, probably. But yeah, that game was fine for what it was, but I don't think it deserved a remake. So that's a weird one to pull out of thin air. Apex Legends Season 2 Battle Pass is going to have challenges and better rewards, so they've learned from Pass 1. I kept forgetting it was still on the first season.
Level Up Justin says, give me Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in VR so I can whoop up on people in cardboard VR.
Very true.
I like it. Testify, Level Up Justin.
Very good. Very, very good. And that's kind of the major hits as far as that's concerned. So let's do it.
It's time. In the year 2000.
E3 is coming up in a week and a half. Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack DLC hinted for tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
I know,
we got Santa Justin over here.
We know that Shang Tsung is in it, being voiced by the same actor who did the Shang Tsung in the movie.
Yeah.
Which I think is fan-freaking-tastic. I want, again, my hopes and dreams. Stryker, Smoke, Sindel, and keep the S train rolling. Put Spawn in there.
Oof.
Stryker, Smoke, Sindel, Spawn.
Do you... He usually does... Well, no. Last time in Mortal Kombat X, he did like a few legacy characters and then a few...
He leaned heavy into like Alien, Predator,
Leatherface.
Jason. Who else was in there? I'm sure there were a couple more. I wouldn't be surprised if Pinhead made its way into MK11.
Spawn should be in there.
Spawn should. I think Tom McFarlane even tweeted that was going to be the case. But,
yeah. Toe Jam and Earl.
Toe Jam and Earl, yes.
Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl should be in Mortal Kombat 11.
I will definitely check that out tomorrow because as someone who has been dabbling back into MK11 a little bit. But any other horror movie characters we haven't seen in MK would like to see? Pinhead, I would say. What if Chucky? Because the new Chucky movie coming out.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. Freaking Rambo. We got a new Rambo movie coming out. Can you imagine playing as John Rambo? Like, that's your Stryker right there.
Yeah.
Like, mowing people down, stabbing people with the knife.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers
not
would
a
be
bad
good.
choice, yeah.
I can't wait for Rambo. Oh, yeah, the new Rambo trailer dropped today.
And, of course, it's set to the freaking Little Nas X song, which is just... Make that song go away.
It wasn't a very good song, but I'm hyped for Rambo. September 20th.
Yeah.
Week before I'm a married man.
Terminator. He's not a horror character, but Terminator in MK.
Terminator would be tight.
Or
if I can revive some 90s terms, it would be tight.
Be Boss.
Yeah.
Or Robert Patrick's T-1000.
This should all be Star Trek characters. That would be sweet. Picard.
Leprechaun.
I'd like to see Picard in Mortal Kombat.
I want to see Picard in Tekken. Tekken Season 3. Put Picard in there.
Oh man,
That'd be great with a phaser and everything.
That would be cool.
Be fantastic. Tea Earl Grey hot.
All I want in Tekken Season 3, if anybody can get word to Harada, I know I'm not supposed to ask for anything, but Harada, please, my man, get Kenny Omega in your game.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega, that's what we want. Let's go. AEW, let's Tekken 7, Season 3. Let's go, baby. You know you want it. You know everybody out there wants it. Let's make it happen.
Would it be insane if Dante showed up in MK11?
I don't
think it's going to happen. I'm just saying, wouldn't that be pretty insane if that actually happened?
That would be awesome. I still have dreams, and I sent this to Square Enix in a survey that they did, but I still have dreams that one day we'll get the ultimate franchise crossover.
Street Fighter MK?
No. Capcom versus Square Enix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that fighting game? Could you imagine Dante versus Sephiroth? Lara Croft versus Chun-Li? Could you imagine that stuff?
You should just play some Mugen and do what you want to.
I'm sorry. All right. Time for E3 predictions.
Guys, you get us off track.
E3 time is coming soon, so
Yes.
let's put on our pants.
It's time for our official E3 predictions. They're official because Dave wrote his down.
I wrote mine down.
I'm going to wing it.
Now, if you have not gone to NerdBacon.com, I have a couple of articles out already. My annual game plan articles. So we've got Microsoft and Nintendo, since those are the only two major console manufacturers that will be at E3 this year. I've got both of their game plans. So there's some predictions in there, but a lot of it is just kind of detailing the strategy that they've taken from, last year up to this point, what's going on with them behind the scenes. Two great reads. Definitely check them out. So there are some good predictions in there, some bombshells in there. So don't think these are the only predictions, but definitely check those out to get the full story. But Jeff, we've tarried long enough. It's time, man. It's time.
All right. Here we go.
We're going to do this in two parts. I think we each have like 5 or 6. Like your wheeze, you know it. I don't know what that means. Also, we're going to play a little game after our prediction section.
Oh, yes.
This is from our
good
friend
Golden Buffalo,
from
yes.
the plains, the man with the spirit of the buffalo. He created a little thing called the E3 Over and Under sheet.
E3 prop bets? Sure.
Yep, golfing buffalo, this will be for you. All right, but anyway.
All right.
Predictions for E3. Who wants to go first?
I will go first.
Oh,
I'll get my big one out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
So here's my big one. Microsoft.
Okay.
Will announce the next box.
Whoa.
I'm not saying they're going to call it that. I'm saying Microsoft will actually announce their next console. Does not come out this year. I guarantee does not come out this year. It comes out before the PS5 does.
Yeah.
But they'll actually show it off and give it some sort of fancy project name. But they'll actually show next-gen hardware at this year's E3 show.
Yep, I think you're absolutely right. I don't see any way around it.
Yep.
I don't see any way around it. So yeah, I think we'll even see some games for it.
The other prediction is going to be talking about that, yes.
I think there's a chance it launches in 2019.
I would say zero.
Especially if Sony comes out and says, reveals PS5 around E3 time, and then they're like, oh yeah, it's coming out, relatively sooner than what we've been saying. But
Yep.
yeah, I think you're absolutely right. There's no way around it. They are going to talk about next generation Xbox. It is time. In my article, though, I have a little secret about this.
I've got a secret.
So here's what's going to be the secret about the next Xbox.
Here's a secret.
It's going to be I'm sure we've talked about this before. The next Xbox is going to be forward compatible.
Right.
Now, what the hell does that mean? We all know backwards compatible, or you can play last gen's games on the new generation.
I think it will still do that.
You will still do that. But with the next Xbox, you will still be able to play the next Xbox games on your existing Xbox hardware. What? Why?
Because it's the last console.
It's the last console, yes. But Microsoft doesn't care where you're playing.
Yeah.
They're transforming Xbox into a service. There's still going to be Xbox consoles, Xbox hardware, but they don't care that if you're playing on Xbox hardware. They care that you're logging in to Xbox. whether it's on an Xbox system, whether it's on a smart TV in the future, whether it's on a cell phone through xCloud, whether it's on your PC through Game Pass, as long as you're going to log into Xbox and then be able to access the service to which you're subscribed. That's what it's going to be about. So with the next Xbox, think of it like PCs, right? So you've got PCs like this one, which has a lower end graphic accelerator. This is a GTX 1050.
Sure.
So I can play Tekken 7, but it's not going to look as good as if I'm playing on a PC with a GTX, 1080 or something like that. That's what this is going to be like. This is going to be, here's this new Xbox. It has a lot more features to it. It plays games in incredibly high definition graphics, but the game can still scale down to previous generations. And then as we go on in time, you're probably not going to have that scalability back to like the OG Xbox and then Xbox One S. But I think that's the big secret for the next Xbox. And here's where that's going to help. So you remember when PS4 and Xbox One came out, how you had all these third parties who were developing multiple versions of the same game, like Tomb Raider. You had like the next gen version of Tomb Raider, or even Metal Gear Solid 5. You had like the PS4 version of Metal Gear Solid 5, and you had PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. So you're having to produce 2 separate discs for those different consoles.
Sure.
With forward compatibility, you're not going to have to do that. Producing 1 disc, and it's just the machines that are scalable.
Yeah.
That's going to be brilliant. It's going to save so much money for publishers. It's going to be awesome.
Especially if they can get those running on, let's say, an NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah.
Or those things like iPads and iPhones that they've been hinting at, like playing Forza on your phone or whatever. That's going to help that stuff, the scalable stuff going forward.
Yep. So fear not. You're not going to have to buy the new Xbox console if you don't want to. You can. You should.
Yeah.
But I think you're still going to be able to play next box games on your Xbox One. Anyway, that's... Sorry to piggyback on your prediction there.
Fine. I'm just saying we're gonna see what it is. Maybe get some fancy project name for it that won't be the actual name when it comes out. That's gonna be for next year's.
Yep.
We'll actually give the actual proper name for it. But we'll see actual hardware from Microsoft this year.
Yep, absolutely. Level Up Justin says, transforming Xbox to a service. Ding, ding, you win. Xbox will end up being playable everywhere, especially once digital becomes the norm.
Xbox Play Anywhere is not just a fancy name for a product. It's a way of life.
It pretty much is. Pretty much is. All right. Here is my first prediction. So Ubisoft will announce 3 titles. I think we can guess Splinter Cell is one of them.
Yep.
Watch Dogs 3 will be another one.
Because we're in an off year for Assassin's Creed.
Yep. And the next one will be a new collaboration with Nintendo.
Okay.
So like Mario Cross Rabbids was 2017. I think we're going to get another collaboration. I think it's going to be Pilot Wings.
Okay.
I think
I can see
Pilot
that.
Wings Steep was an okay game. I always thought it made a great foundation for Pilot Wings, and I think if anybody can bring the charm and character back to that series, it's Ubisoft. So I would love to see them take a crack at that game.
Here, my counter to Pilot Wings. A Mario Party style game with the rabbits.
Ooh.
So they've done minigame stuff like that before with the rabbits.
That would be cool.
And now, Super Mario Party just came out a couple months ago. Super Mario Party came out, so I imagine some sort of like minigame party style collection with that. But I like that. Yeah, it's good. I mean, Splinter Cell is going to be a slam dunk at this point because the tweet came out, and we've been saying about this for a couple years now, and I think Splinter Cell closes out Ubisoft show.
So, do you think Splinter Cell is 2019 or 2020?
2019. I think this holiday.
Whoa!
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say it's a prediction for E3, but I'm gonna say
I'm still gonna write it.
That's fine. I'm gonna say Splinter Cell comes out this holiday season.
2019 Watch Dogs. So
because Watch Dogs 3 will be next year.
Okay, so that's their spring 2020.
Though because you're in an off year for Assassin's Creed.
So that'll be next fall with the new hardware.
So I imagine like next spring will be Watch Dogs 3.
Okay. I have a bonus prediction for Ubisoft.
Okay.
I say both Splinter Cell and Watch Dogs 3 will be announced as part of Google Stadia as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Alrighty. That's only one prediction for both of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
feel like we got a ways to go.
Yep.
What's number 2, Jeff?
Number 2, we talked about the Xbox Next and whatever, and about the games for it. I'm going to go ahead and predict that they announce
Yeah?
Halo Infinite will be an Xbox Next launch title.
Oh, okay. I think you're absolutely right. I think Halo Infinite will be also on Xbox One, but
I just don't know if that's going to be announced at E3, though. I think we're kind of maybe too soon out to actually announce when games are coming out for it. So allow me to amend that. Bethesda is going to... I think Halo Infinite will be Xbox One is kind of just a prediction for later in life. Bethesda will show actual gameplay. Not much, but tease some gameplay for Starfield.
Whoa! All right, I'm in. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise to Jefferoth.
Yes. Gimme.
I will be so down for that.
Because what does Bethesda have right now? Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal. That's their main event for this year, but they got to do something.
They have a whole show.
And how are they going to make up? How are they going to make up for the debacle that was Fallout 76?
And Elder Scrolls 6 is after Starfield.
Yeah.
So we're not. I mean, there's work that's been done on it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Starfield is the next big thing, and I think they need to start leaning heavy into that now to start making up for Fallout 76.
Oh man, I will be so happy for that. Absolutely. Halo Infinite, though, I think it's on. I think you're absolutely right. I think it's absolutely day one on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, given the scalability, this is what I'm talking about with forward compatibility. I think it plays on both systems. And I think it's part of Game Pass, so you're playing it on PC.
Yep.
I think it's part of xCloud, so you're streaming it on your phone.
Yep.
I think Halo Infinite is going to be the game that ties everything together.
Because
it's like Dunder Mifflin Infinity.
Microsoft knows the girl that brought them to the dance in the first place, right?
Yeah.
It's the original Halo made the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
It was
she was sweet. She was
OG
sexy.
Halo.
She was green.
Put Microsoft and the Xbox on the map.
Yeah.
And right now, this next gen, what better way to get off on the right foot than go into the franchise that everyone still loves, that you know people are going to buy.
I think you're absolutely right. It's very important.
But actual E3 prediction, we see Starfield gameplay.
Wow, I like it. I'm going to write that down. Plus Starfield. I will drop my trousers in happiness if we see Starfield gameplay.
Well, we'll do this thing live, so, you know. We're going to do WK, 5 minutes of Doom Eternal, 5 minutes of Starfield, 2 minutes of Skyrim. Done.
And then don't forget, there's a few minutes of Todd Howard coming out and making like jokes that fall flat about, hey, Fallout 76 sucked, but we're gonna fleece you again.
Yeah. Because this map glows in the dark.
That's right. All right, here's my prediction number 2.
All right.
Going back to Microsoft.
Okay.
Microsoft will show off a little game called Fable. Fable 4.
Proper Fable 4, huh?
Playground Studios, same guys who do Forza Horizon. That's what they've been tasked with. Now here's the hook on Fable 4. I think it's going to focus more on having an extensive single-player experience. They want to make sure you've got that nailed down, good story nailed down, and they're going to focus less on the morality choices that the series was kind of known for.
Okay.
So I think that's the direction Fable will go, but I'm going to book it. Fable 4, we're going to see that at E3 2019.
I'm going to say if it's a new Fable game, it's not called Fable 4.
Uh-huh.
If it's not Lionhead doing it, they're going to end up rebooting it.
Okay, you're right.
But I think a new Fable game would be just what Microsoft needs as far as first-party titles, because people still love Fable, despite, there was a bunch of hate. I mean, they were good games. They weren't up to the lofty standards that Peter Moore had set for it, but it was still a good franchise. So I think people still hold that series in such good regard. So I think a new Fable makes a lot of sense.
I think what Microsoft was concerned about was they saw the single-player narrative games that Sony had been doing with, Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War and stuff like that, and they're like, hey, We need to get back to that level of Justin. He's
Fable
still
forever.
going on.
I would not be against that. That'd be
Fable
great.
forever, a la Halo Infinite and Doom Eternal.
Just find more words. Find more words like that. That's fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
Fable Thesaurus. That's
Oh,
fantastic.
Justin's on fire tonight.
Come on the show, man.
Yeah, dude.
You helped make this thing. Good lord.
Come hang out for E3.
Yeah, don't be such a stranger, dick.
Come down Des Moines. We got
He's watching the Blues lose, probably.
Uh-oh.
Are they playing tonight? I forget the Blues are playing tonight.
Yeah.
I'm losing.
All right.
Just giving a crap, Justin. You can't have a nice thing.
You've got... Plus, we need to come on and talk about... We know you got a channel launching.
Yeah.
You need to come on and pimp that out,
Yeah,
dude.
please, mate.
Wear your pimp hat.
Come on,
feather
mate.
in the cap. Come on
mate.
down. Anyway, all right. So that's like 2 predictions each.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked a lot, but we've only gotten through 2 predictions.
Yep. Nintendo
Oh my gosh.
is going to announce the next Smash character.
Oh. Yeah?
And as much as everyone wants to say it's the Dragon Quest Eldritch character,
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna end up being Minecraft Steve.
Minecraft Steve. All right. I
think that will come first, but they will definitely showcase a new character, and it'll be available now.
Oh my.
They're gonna come through and say you can download this tonight once our servers stop catching on fire. So I think they'll go that route, and kind of a we're sorry for being backed up so much with Joker because that caused everything to crash. Like, it's there. Like, the work is pretty much done, I imagine, for the rest of the characters.
Oh, yeah.
So, they'll announce the new character. Even if it is Minecraft Steve, I don't care. They'll announce the new character and make it available that night.
So, I think... I'll go off on a little tangent. I go back and forth on Minecraft Steve.
Okay.
I think...
Because Justin's putting banjo in your head.
Justin is strumming those sweet strings of banjo. I'm kind of going with banjo in Smash. I don't know. I think either one. But I actually think there are 2 Smash characters that are coming at E3. It's a toss-up for me. Okay. I'm leaning banjo. You're leaning Minecraft Steve. I think we get one of those 2. Okay. But I think, and this isn't like an official prediction, but this is in my article, I think we get a second character that's tied in to what I believe will be the large, huge, megaton, AAA third-party title revealed for the Switch, Overwatch. I am like...
Diva?
Man, if...
Or Doomfist.
If it were me, it would be Diva, because you start off the gameplay, you can be Diva in her mech, your mech is flying around, you got all sorts of cool little weapon systems with the mech, but then if she gets down on energy, like, the mech can be destroyed, and then she's out of the mech and she's got different abilities, or she could just pop out of the mech herself and then get back into the mech if she needs to and call down new mechs and stuff like that. Sure. There's so many awesome opportunities for Smash gameplay if you have Diva in there.
Yeah.
So I think we get Overwatch announced with an Overwatch character making Smash. I think we get Overwatch freaking amiibos, dude. Whoa.
I would buy all of those.
I know, right?
I won't even buy the game for Switch, but I will buy, because I have it for PC, and that's Master Race, But I would buy the hell out of those amiibos.
It's hard to pick, which character from Overwatch would be in Smash, because Diva's a great opportunity. Tracer, of course, is iconic. Winston, it just goes on and on.
Tracer was cover girl, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Doomfist just makes so much more Smash
would be
sense.
Awesome.
I'm gonna piggyback off that too.
Okay.
Instead of one character, also everybody who owns Smash gets a free character.
Oh.
No stage, no music, just a character, and it's Reggie. Because this is the first.
That would be so great.
This is the first E3 without Reggie at the helm. And Justin is keep yelling Cuphead. We got you, Cuphead. Fine.
Cuphead would be so great on Smash.
But I think everybody who has Switch will get Reggie free.
Yeah. We hate Reggie. We hate Reggie for Reggie.
Like I said, you don't need to make music, because that's just Nintendo music. You don't need to make Nintendo stage for him. It's just, everyone should just get Reggie for free.
It would be awesome, though. Wait, you could do Reggie, and then you could do, like, a stage where it's the Nintendo office in Redmond. That would be very cool. All right. My third prediction.
Yes, we're up to 3. This is the third one.
My third prediction. Going back to Microsoft.
Okay.
Killer Instinct, baby. Let's go.
Freaking go.
I know this is a retread from like last year, but come on. It is time for a new KI. The instinct burns, dude. It burns. It's time for Microsoft to get back in the fighting game business. Time to get them some relevancy at EVO and Combo Breaker and all these great tournaments.
Yep.
Time to get them back in that scene. And KI was like second best fighting game of the generation, maybe?
Behind Tekken 7? Yeah.
Behind Tekken 7, yeah. Just, it's time for KI too. I don't know what they can do with it. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how to improve the gameplay.
We don't make games. We just talk about games we want to have made, and then people should go and do them because we're smart. We don't actually make the games.
Well, I mean, like last week we went off on a jag about the perfect vehicular combat battle royale game. I don't have any suggestions for how to make Killer Instinct 2 better.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I just want more Killer Instinct, all right? Sure. Damn it, let's go.
Yeah. No, for sure. I realized by doing more of my live streams, and I just say for sure a lot more.
Oh.
I catch myself going, oh, for sure. Damn it! For sure, it's so fetch.
Justin, chime in with any predictions you might have too, because we need to hear from you. All right, so that's 3 for me.
So want to recap our predictions here? We're over halfway through.
Yeah. All right. So Jeff, you have Microsoft announcing the next box, their next console at E3. I think you're 100% right. You also said, Cliff.
Shut up, Justin.
You also said we get Starfield gameplay at Bethesda's conference Sunday night. I don't know. There's going to be so much drama at Microsoft's conference that Sunday. And then you're telling me that we got to follow that up with Starfield gameplay? I got a dicky ticker. I don't think I could take it, dude.
Dicky ticker?
I don't think I could take it. Plus, we got Devolver's conference that Sunday as well. Let's go. Clay Fighter Cross.
The ultimate mashup.
Clay Fighter Cross Killer Instinct.
Oh.
Damn it, Justin. All right. And then you also said that we get Minecraft Steve announced for Smash. And then he drops that day with an announcement that all Nintendo Switch owners with Smash get Reggie for free as a character. I love it. I like it.
If any part of that actually comes true, I'll be happy.
All right.
The basis of that is that a new Smash character gets announced and released that day.
My predictions so far. Ubisoft will announce Splinter Cell and Watch Dogs 3, along with a new collaboration with Nintendo, and I'm going with Pilot Wings on that one.
Okay.
You threw some modifiers on there. You said Splinter Cell out in 2019. How are we going to make rooms in our hearts for Splinter Cell and Death Stranding and Pokemon and Modern Warfare? How are we going to do it? You're a madman. You're a damn madman.
I want to say the year that they announced Wildlands didn't that also come out that same year?
I think so.
I may be wrong. That may have been like a spring.
Oh
launch,
yeah, the new Ghost Recon's out this year too.
Breakpoint, yeah.
Ha. Okay. You also said Watch Dogs 3 spring 2020. And then
Breakpoint's out. The Breakpoint's out this year?
I think so. We'll look that up in a second.
If Breakpoint's out this year and Splinter Cell's next year.
I put a modifier saying that Splinter Cell and Watch Dogs 3, when they're announced, will also be announced as being part of Google Stadia's service.
Yep.
So there we go. My second prediction, Microsoft is going to show off the new Fable. Fable 4. Probably not going to be titled that, but it'll be the new Fable game from Playground Studios, and it's going to focus more on an extensive single-player experience and not as much on the morality choices that kind of held the series back in its original incarnation. And then for prediction number 3, Killer Instinct 2, baby. Woo! All right.
Baby. Yeah, if Ghost Recon's out this year, then Okay, we're talking
Justin's
4th.
got it.
All right. So
we can still have a November release.
That's too close for those two major franchises to come out. That's Splinter. Your
right.
fan base a little too much. So if Breakpoint's this year, Splinter Cell's next year.
Breaking my heart, guy. Breaking my heart. But to be fair, Ubisoft in their investment call said that they have 3. They talked about Ghost Recon, and they said that they still have 3 major games that are yet to be announced. And those are going to be announced at E3. We already are getting a Beyond Good and Evil 2 stream on June 5th. That's the same day as the Pokemon stream next week. Because there's that Pokemon Direct. So I don't think it's going to be Beyond Good and Evil 2. So I don't know. I think it's those 3 games.
All right. My last 2 predictions concern Microsoft and Square Enix.
My God. All right.
So Microsoft is always the wild card when it comes to these conferences, and this year is no different. There's usually Microsoft does a good job of saying a game's coming out soon.
Yes.
Usually it's Forza, which will make another Just Dance Sam Fisher-ish.
Just Dance Sam Fisher special Green Light Edition is what Level Up Justin has to say about it.
Actual Michael Ironside.
All right, so anyway, you're talking about Microsoft. They're a wild card. The wild men. Phil Spencer eating steak every damn night.
I'm a part of him.
Yeah.
Usually Microsoft will have a game come out pretty soon, and usually it's Forza, which will also happen. But there's a game that will come out in, let's say, August or September that was mentioned last year, Battletoads.
Yeah.
Battletoads will come out this summer.
Okay, Battletoads this summer.
They'll show it off and say late August, early September. Those beat-em-ups, I mean, I don't want to say they're easy to make because I don't make games. But they're easier to make than, say, a Destiny or something. So I think Battletoads will be shown off and be coming out this summer or early fall.
I like it. I will get that day one. Man, that Battletoads arcade game, best beat 'em up.
Those NES games are bad, but man,
yeah, the arcade game.
The NES ones are difficult as hell. So
yeah.
Hopefully they actually make those Turbo Tunnel levels not complete pieces of crap.
Here's my question.
Yes.
When does Ori and the Will of the Wisps come out?
Justin, when does the game?
We haven't gotten a date for that. What if?
That's this year, right?
What if that is an out today moment? What if that is an out today moment?
E3 is good for one of those, at least a couple of those, and usually, I mean,
last year we got Unravel 2 from EA, and I was happy as hell.
Yeah, and I know we're not talking about EA at all in this, and
well, EA
is for that.
Well, they're not doing a big press conference.
Yeah,
they're doing like some gameplay demos on Saturday
because they have nothing to show.
They've got Jedi Fallen Order. I'm actually going to simulcast. That's like at 11:30 in the morning on Saturday. I'm going to simulcast that section of EA Play because I want to see that game in action.
You couldn't do an entire EA conference with just Jedi Fallen Order.
I think you could, but
no, I mean, I can't do like an hour or two of Jedi Fallen Order because I'm sure that game is not anywhere near this year. That game is next holiday season at the earliest.
All right, here's my prediction number 4. Official prediction number 4.
Okay.
And by the way, I still say Ori is coming out on Switch. Absolutely. And I was first person in the world to tell you that. Not Dr. Cupcakes, not Game Informer. Right here, you heard it in January that Ori was coming to Switch. So when you see it happen, boom, right there. I wasn't pointing at my crotch.
I mean, I do all the time.
You pointed.
Look at it.
There it is.
It is.
All right. Official prediction number 4.
Look at it.
I'm sorry. I sound like a dick when I'm like saying all that stuff, but we're small potatoes, you know? I'm trying to get attention here.
We deserve credibility.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
All right.
Sometimes.
All of you folks out there who are like, Metroid Prime Trilogy is definitely getting a remaster. Sorry, it's not. Metroid Prime Trilogy, I don't think it's getting a remaster. I think if you see those Metroid Prime games remade, I think you're going to see full-on remakes, and they're going to drip feed them one at a time. So I'm not expecting a Metroid Prime Trilogy announcement at E3 2019. But that doesn't mean that this is going to be a Metroidless E3 conference.
Oh.
I think we got a 2020 game announcement that's going to income for Nintendo Direct. It's going to be a remake of Super Metroid. Boom, boom.
I am down for that.
Boom, boom. All right. So, if you remember E3 2017, Mercury Steam did a fantastic job with the remake of Metroid 2. They put out Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS, one of the best 3DS games that came out.
It's a shame it ended up with 3DS and not on.
I know, right? That did really well. They did a fantastic bang-up job on that. And now I think it's time for Nintendo to give them something even bigger, even badder. Arguably, many say that that Super Metroid is the best Super Nintendo game ever made. And I'm not going to dispute them. I've got my opinion that Chrono Trigger is the best, but I'm not going to argue you and say that Super Metroid is not.
Short list.
Definitely on the short list.
Yep.
One of the most influential titles ever made, Super Metroid. I think Nintendo handed Mercury Steam those reins and said, all right, do your thing, boys and girls. Do your thing. And I think 2020 will be the date we see Super Metroid come back for the Nintendo Switch. And, give it to me. Give it to me. I like what they're doing with the Link's Awakening remake. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Oh, my gosh.
Jesus.
I think that's December, actually.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got October with Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
You got September with Animal Crossing.
Yes.
So you got September Animal Crossing, October Luigi, November Pokemon, and December Link's Awakening. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's what I think. Super Metroid remade for Nintendo Switch 2020. Give me that fire. Give me that fire.
Every time I see the words Mario Maker 2, I get super excited.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're up to number 5, my man.
Day after
We're up to number 5.
Okay. I had it in my brain. I saw you wrote it down. So I'm gonna take it. So I'm glad you had a 6th one there. Concerning Square Enix.
Oh, I'm concerned.
Yeah. So I have named myself Jeff Roth based of the greatest villain in gaming history, Sephiroth. FF7 is a real thing.
Yes.
And it comes out this holiday season.
Oh my god, dude. All right, I did have that written down.
I didn't see. I looked over them and I had FF7.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII comes out this holiday season. In whatever form it is. If it's episodic or if it's a full-on thing, it comes out this holiday season.
I think it's still episodic. I think you're right. I'm hearing rumors that we get a demo on the PlayStation Store at E3.
Oh my god, thank you. Because Square Enix has nothing right now coming out this holiday season. Because Just Cause is not happening.
No, you're right.
Because Just Cause 4 took place and they're doing the movie with that right now.
The only thing that could really conceivably be happening is Avengers.
Which I was going to predict that, but they came out and announced that it's a real thing.
Right.
So, but I predict that will be happening in their spring or next summer slot.
I think they could switch around. I think we could see Avengers this holiday, but I think you're very, very plausible. I think we could see Final Fantasy.
I think just because the fact that FF7 got announced 15 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
And the fan base is hungry for it. So it's been worked on for quite some time. So I want to imagine they're further along in that process than they are with Avengers. So I think FF7 is this holiday year.
We're thinking along the same track. What I actually wrote down was FF7 gets a release date, and it's not going to be any later than January 2020.
Right.
So we're in that same ballpark. I like it. If it comes out holiday, though, like, can you imagine Final Fantasy VII, Pokemon, and Death Stranding all, like, in that same time frame, same month? Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Right now, we're not too stacked as far as holidays concerned.
Not yet. It's kind of a weird year.
So that's kind of what E3 is here for, is to start loading up for holiday.
This is what E3 is supposed to be about, is loading you up for holiday. I like this. I like kind of playing your cards close to your chest and not talking about stuff till, okay, we're actually ready for this to come out now.
Yep.
I like it. Yep. I think Square Enix is, Link's Awakening, maybe in December. I'm down. All right. So you took my 5th one. That's all right. I have a 6th one.
Can you imagine December during the Game Awards when Gabe Newell walks on stage with a crowbar?
Yep. It's going to be insane.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to double down. I still believe Earthbound for the Switch is a thing and that it's happening. I think we get to see it at E3 this year. And I was thinking for a while that it was Retro, and now I'm not so sure. I actually wrote that Retro was doing something else in my predictions article from Microsoft.
Oh?
You better go to NerdBacon and read that. Read that shiznit, yo.
It's called marketing.
So I'm not sure. I was convinced last year that Retro was doing Earthbound, but now I'm not so sure. I've been told they aren't. What if this is Monolith's new game?
Ooh.
What if this is what Monolith Studios has been working on in the background?
Huh.
Yeah. That
Okay.
would be intriguing.
Yeah, how about that?
These guys know how to put together a good R, a P, a G.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we see it. I think Earthbound happens.
Yeah, that's kind of the... Nintendo does a great job of waiting just the right amount of time before they rehash their franchises, and they do well at them. It's not just a rehash. It's a like, Punch Out, going from like the NES to Super NES to the freaking Wii. And I want to do Punch Out really bad, but I think Earthbound makes sense right now, just because so many players have that franchise in such high regard, even in the States, when we only got one of those games.
Right.
So I think that makes a whole lot of sense.
So let's recap our predictions.
Yes.
You said
I said many things.
New Xbox at E3 revealed. You said Starfield gameplay at E3 revealed. You said Minecraft Steve for Smash revealed out that day. You said Battletoads this summer. You said Final Fantasy VII is out holiday 2019. Level Up Justin says, as long as we aren't getting Star Fox Grand Prix. You know what?
Just give me F-Zero.
I think someone along the line got confused with the Star Fox crossover with Starlink.
And that was the Grand Prix?
Yeah, because we actually have a Star Fox Racing DLC now for Starlink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I need to plug back in and play that.
The R-Wing is sitting right there, just so sexy.
It is so sexy. All right.
I just want a proper F-Zero, goddammit.
Well, you should read my article. Oh yeah. Because, that was in my article. That's my big one for Nintendo is F-Zero, baby, 2020.
F-Zero, baby. Call it F-Zero, baby.
Here are my predictions. Ubisoft announces Splinter Cell. That's an easy one. And Watch Dogs 3. Both will be on Stadia. Not exclusive, but they will be available for Stadia. Day one. And they will also announce a new collaboration with Nintendo. Maybe something like Pilot Wings. Personally, I hope for Punch-Out. I think Ubisoft would be great with Punch-Out, but I don't think it's time for that yet.
You can punch rabbits in the face.
I think we're going to see it, but I don't think we see it this year. Microsoft will show off a new Fable game. It's going to be Fable 4 or whatever they're going to call it, so the subtitle. It's going to focus more on an extensive single-player experience and less on the half-baked moral choices that plagued the originals. We're going to see Killer Instinct 2. There's no Metroid Prime trilogy, but you do get a remake. It's a little remake of a game called Super Metroid by Mercury Steam, and we're going to see it for Switch in 2020. And my last prediction, Earthbound is revealed, a brand new Earthbound game for Switch by Monolith. All right. Okay. Those are our predictions. Now, we're going to close out this show.
Okay, bye. Where are you going?
No, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry.
Oh, yes, the over-under's here.
Yes. We're going to close out this show for our friend from the plains, the man with the spirit of the buffalo, Golfing Buffalo. This is the E3 over and under scoring. All so,
right. Play along at home, too.
Xbox E3. We hear the words exclusive or world premiere 25 times. Do you think we're going to hear that over 25 times or under?
I'm going to go over.
Wow. Jeff goes over. I'm going to say under. I'll say under.
Okay. So 25 times the words exclusive and world premiere get said. And not just by the disembodied voice, but by anybody on stage.
Yep. All right. Justin says under. All right.
I'll mark that down.
No, don't take it. I'll take your predictions, my man. All right. Xbox E3 studio acquisitions. Do we see more than 2 studios or companies acquired, or less than 2?
I'm going to say less. I think they've done their buying spree.
Ooh.
If they do get one, Here's my wild fantasy prediction. If they buy one, it's BioWare.
Whew. What prevents them from buying all of EA? Maybe that's why EA doesn't have a conference.
Because they're getting bought by Microsoft.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to say over. I think they got 3.
Okay, Justin's with a push on 2. Okay.
Ooh. All right. Nintendo Direct. How many times do you think we will see a GameCube era remake shown? So this was the GameCube life cycle. This would have been 2001 through 2005.
Okay.
We'll take both Nintendo and third-party titles acceptable.
Okay.
As long as you're released in that time window and showed up for GameCube. Over or under?
Of what?
One time.
I want to go under and just say none.
You say none?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Because their remake right now is Link's Awakening and supposedly going to be Super Metroid.
Yeah.
So they're not going to do a third one. They're focusing on games coming out this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say none.
And Justin's also with the under on that one. Okay.
Nintendo Direct. Labo kits announced. Do we get over one new kit announced or under one new kit?
I'm gonna do a push on that and say 1.
You say 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Oh, Justin said push on the Microsoft acquisitions as well. Okay.
I'm gonna say the push just because it's gonna do something with the Labo VR.
I'm gonna say 0. That's not the place for Labo. And Justin, you say under on that as well? Okay. All right. Nintendo Direct / EA Play.
Okay.
Number of Nintendo projects shown. Are we going to see over 2 games, including FIFA, or under 2 games, including FIFA?
Wait, Nintendo products, as in like games that will be on the Switch with EA?
Yeah, EA games on Nintendo Switch. Do we see more than 2 games that include FIFA, or less than 2 games that include FIFA?
I'm gonna go over on that one.
You say over?
Yeah.
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna say we see 2 games. I think we see FIFA and Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay.
And then Justin, what do you say on that one?
So
Justin says under.
Okay. Or is that under for that one? Or is it under for? Okay, I got you.
Okay. Take 2. Number of holiday 2019 games shown. Is it more than 3 games? So those would be NBA 2K, Borderlands 3, and a mystery.
Justin's going over on the last one.
Oh, over on the last one? Okay.
The EA one. I'm assuming, right, Justin? So Take 2 showing amount of games coming out this holiday season.
Yeah. I'm gonna
2K, Borderlands. Nothing on the Rockstar side of things.
Yeah, I'm going to say under. Let's see. You say over for EA.
Yeah,
okay,
I would not be surprised seeing Madden on the Switch. That's what I was thinking as well. What was the number for Take 2?
3. So you got NBA 2K, Borderlands 3, and anything else.
I'm going to go under.
The question is the number of holiday 2019 games shown by Take 2. Will we see over 3 games, including NBA 2K, Borderlands 3, and a mystery game? So over that amount, or will we see under that amount?
Yeah,
I say we see under. I think we just get NBA and Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
Unless Rockstar has Bully, but they don't really...
Yeah, they wouldn't be doing it here, I don't think.
Yeah.
They would not share on their own.
Okay, he says under. And what do you say?
Under.
Okay, alright. Square Enix. Buffalo, God. Number of times Sony is mentioned. Is it going to be over 10 times or under 10 times?
Under.
Under?
Yeah.
Okay. I think so too.
Mentioned as like by name or like by logo at the end of someone's credits. I say under.
You say under?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can define these rules however we want.
Justin going under as well.
Okay, all of us under. Okay.
I don't think they even have 10 games to even show. Like.
All right. For Activision, times Call of Duty is referenced by Activision as a reboot, or esport, or team play. Do we hear those terms 4 times? More or less?
I'm gonna go over.
Over 4 times.
I'm gonna hear. You're gonna hear the words reboot often.
I think it's gonna be esport, but I'll go over as well. And Justin going over. We're all the same mind.
Because Activision, one thing they're known to do is to shove things down your throat.
Speaking of shoving down your throat, open wide, my friend. Open wide. All E3 week for all studios.
Oh, jeez.
Number of times streaming is mentioned in PR or on stage. Is it over or under 50?
Over. Over.
Oh, man. How am I going to count that?
Golfing Buffalo, make sure he hears this. You're in charge of this, okay?
Yeah, you gotta be counting this one.
Question is, where will Call of Duty show up at? Microsoft, probably.
Yeah, Microsoft. That's the only place it could.
Yeah.
Well, unless you've got Call of Duty showing up on the Switch. Now, you won't have to do one, but I bet Call of Duty Mobile shows up on Switch.
Nope, Microsoft.
Yeah, you're right. Over 50. Yeah, I think you're right. All right. Number of times Game Pass exclusive is announced. Is it over or under 2 times?
Over.
Wow. Game Pass exclusive.
Yeah. No, because they're going to talk about Game Pass a lot coming up. They've even said they're going to talk about it a lot. So
we
saying
haven't
the
had
words Game Pass exclusive.
We haven't had a game that's Game Pass exclusive yet that I can think of.
Well, is it... Now we're saying Game Pass exclusive as this only place you can get it is through Game Pass?
Yes.
Or is it a Microsoft product?
I would define...
They use the words.
I would define it as a game that is only available if you have the Game Pass service.
Oh, then yeah, 0.
0?
Because there's, yeah, like Justin said, there's no games that are only going to be for Game Pass.
Yeah.
There are games you can get for free via Game Pass.
I will agree with you on that. It's going to be under. Nintendo Direct, number of 2020 titles shown. Is it over or under 3?
Under.
You say under.
I say under because I think Justin had even said that they're focusing a lot this year on games coming out this year. I think we may see 2 for next year, kind of to get that January, February off to a good start.
Yeah.
But then you have the next Direct.
I'm going to say 3.
Justin's saying 0.
0?
Okay.
Wow.
But all of us are going under on that one.
Well, I'm going 3.
Oh, you're pushing.
I'm
okay.
3, yeah.
All right.
I think we get Metroid. I think we get Earthbound. And I think we get a 3rd mystery game.
Okay.
Anyway. Nintendo Direct. Number of AAA third-party ports announced. So these are the big guns, my friend. These aren't mobile games coming over. These are big.
Now, are these going to only be announced at the Direct or throughout the week? Because I'm saying Bethesda will announce Doom Eternal for the Switch during Bethesda's conference.
This is technically part of the Nintendo Direct, but for a game like Doom Eternal, I would accept that as counting.
Okay. I'm going to say then throughout the week then.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the over-under number?
8.
Ooh.
Okay, so number of AAA third-party ports announced for the Nintendo Switch. Do we have more than 8 or less than 8?
I'm going to say less.
I say less as well. And Justin says less. I think we get Overwatch. I think we get Doom Eternal. There's rumors of Witcher 3. Like, I got people on one side insisting that it's real, and I'm like, I don't think it is, because that's a 50 gigabyte download. And I know you're like, oh, but the 64 gigabyte carts are ready as of January, but those sons of bitches are expensive, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think it was Daniel Zug who said that just a 32 gigabyte cart is like, oh, what do you say? Like 60% more expensive than a 50 gigabyte Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But, here's the thing. That may be all null and void if Nintendo is money-hatting.
True.
Yeah.
Open the wallet.
Because they're funding a lot of those bigger games that are coming out.
Yeah.
It's a little under-the-radar thing there.
Oh.
Little under the radar.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how do you think Doom made it on board?
Oh you
yeah.
don't say so.
Elder Scrolls. Okay. Ubisoft. How many times will they say the words Tom Clancy during their event? Will it be more or less than 5? I'm gonna go ahead and say over.
I'm gonna say over too, because they'll talk Division, DLC. They'll talk Ghost Recon. They'll talk Rainbow Six probably too. So,
yeah. Justin says over. All on the same page. All right. All E3 week for all studios.
oh boy.
How many times will loot box concerns be mentioned? So this is anything saying that they don't want to have loot boxes or they want to mitigate loot boxes. Anything with a connotation that they want to be consumer friendly when it comes to loot boxes. Will it be over or under 25 times?
Under.
And
I say that because I don't think the verbiage right now is loot box. I think it's the verbiage is microtransactions.
All right.
That's the.
Well, I would accept microtransactions as part of loot boxes.
Well, of course you would. But I would say under.
You didn't say under.
Yeah.
Are you saying over on this one? He says over. Wow.
Or is that the over for the Tom Clancy one?
Yeah, you're right. It's for the Time Clancy one. Oh,
Under
Justin says under. Okay. I'm going to say over.
I just think we're beyond that at this point.
Almost done.
Yeah.
All E3 week, all studios. Number of times the term less violent or family friendly is mentioned. Because they're worried about the regulation. The little government regulation zombie coming.
Okay.
Are we going to hear those terms more or less than 10 times? Under.
Yeah.
I agree. And we'll wait for Justin to weigh in on how family friendly we're going to get here.
The terms family friendly or
less violent. Anything that's... Yeah, Justin says under. Anything construed as wanting to move in a less gory direction. I don't see it happening, especially with that new Modern Warfare trailer that debuted.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as worried.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as worried.
Yeah. It's just because they said this new game is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right. Final two.
Okay.
These are both with EA. How many times will the Frostbite engine be mentioned? Is it going to be over or under 6 times?
Now, as in, like, the words being said or just on the screen?
It can be both.
Okay, over.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to push 6. Justin had a great point. Mortal Kombat 11 sold way too well.
Yep.
Number 1 game on all 3 platforms for the month of April. Justin says over. All right, finally, in the house of EA.
You put me there twice.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
I hope you did the it'd time too. It'd be great to go back and what's up with you?
EA, how many remakes or HD titles are announced? So, for example, he puts Sims 4.
We both said over, by the way.
No, I put it at 6.
No, me and Justin both said over.
Did you?
Yes. Fuck. I'm like, how, God bless it.
They're entirely accurate. All right.
All right, go to the last question again here.
How many remakes or HD titles are announced? Example, Sims 4. I'm not sure how that example is applicable.
Are they getting an HD remake?
Yeah. I like how many EA remakes are announced.
Okay.
Is it over or under 3?
Under.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too.
So EA remakes. EA HD remakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say there is... I think EA put this out. There is one that I think is coming. You say under? Okay.
Put it in the right column.
Yep.
You're getting punchy.
Yep. All right. I think there's one that's coming. I think we're going to get a Simpsons Hit and Run HD remake.
That'd be cool. It's
Yeah.
the best Simpsons game.
Yeah.
Well, definitely up there.
Because Jeff Keighley has the Simpsons writer as part of the E3 Coliseum.
Huh.
So why are you having the Simpsons writers unless there's a Simpsons game to talk about? Bad Company, that would be a good candidate.
Yeah, because but right now, no real Battlefield to speak of.
I don't think EA's got any big announcements, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're kind of leaning into Jedi Fallen Order, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, because they got their EA Play schedule.
So are we counting the EA Play...
That's the only thing that they have. They don't have a conference.
Huh.
Unless they are just going to show new titles.
Well,
Like
if we don't have a
Microsoft's
conference, then
event.
we can kind of null and void some of these.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll see come next week.
That's
June
it,
June 9th kicks things off with that Sunday, right? That's the
Sunday is the official kickoff. I'm going to stream just for a little bit on Saturday just to see the Jedi Fallen Order stuff. Pardon me. And then Sunday kicks it off with Microsoft's... Let's just pull this up here. I need to pull up the schedule here. Hang on just a second.
Take it home. A 2-hour stream, Dave.
Well, it's a big stream.
It is, because E3 is a big thing.
Yeah. What do we want to do next week? I was thinking instead of doing a talk... Well, we're going to have some stuff to talk about because Pokemon will happen, and then we've got the Beyond Good and Evil. But I was thinking...
play some games.
More of a gameplay stream next week, especially since it's late now. I'm not sure if we're going to play tonight or not. Here we go. E3 2019 stream schedule. All right, friends. So, if you're watching us right now, you can watch us in the exact same place when all of the E3 conferences happen.
Yup.
You can interact with us and hang out and have fun. Oh, we'll have MK11 DLC to chat about. Let's go.
I will freak out. Tomorrow said, Justin, give me a rough time on that so I know when to look out for that.
All right, Sunday. This is when our streams will start. So we start off. We don't have a warm-up, really. We start right off with Microsoft's E3 2019 showcase, Sunday, June 9th, 3 p.m. Eastern. These are all Eastern time.
And we usually start our shows a bit before that to kind of do some previewing and stuff.
Yeah,
like
this marks when our pre-show starts.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is when we go live.
All right.
Bethesda, Sunday, June 9th, 8 o'clock Eastern. And then we will hang out afterwards and we will watch the Devolver Digital show, which was always a madhouse.
Yep.
But they've said that they've got some good stuff. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then we go to bed. And then we wake up and do it again on Monday, starting at 3:30 Eastern. 3:30 Eastern, we have Ubisoft. Then at 7 o'clock Eastern, we got a scramble. That's 6 Central. We got a scramble. Kinda Funny's E3 2019 showcase. Kinda Funny is back with a ton of indie titles. They're picking up the slack left in wake of Sony's absence. So we're going to cover that at 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll probably be eating some pizza at the time. I don't know.
Yep.
And then that's going to last about an hour. We're going to come in hot for Square Enix's conference at 8 o'clock Eastern. They're filling that Monday night Sony time slot.
Fantasy goodness.
Final Fantasy, Avengers. Let's go. And then we'll cap it off Tuesday June 11th at 11 o'clock Eastern with Nintendo Direct. And then that'll be it for our E3 streams. That is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streams in the span of like 3 days that you can watch us, and then we'll come back like that week, Thursday night, and talk a little bit about
the aftermath,
what we saw,
yeah,
what we liked,
yeah,
what was going on.
We'll be live watching it. We'll have the streams up on our show as well, so you can kind of watch along with us. And
yes, they will.
We'll give our Mystery Science Theater style commentary over it while we probably end up having drinks and eating food. And
absolutely,
just kind of hanging out with y'all. So.
It's a good time. That's what we want it to be. Is a good time. Hang out with us and just watch E3 with us. It's all good. So you can watch that on anything that you're watching us right now. If you're just like coming back, this is going to be on Twitter, on the NerdBacon page, or twitch.tv, DLive, YouTube Gaming, and Mixer.
Smashcast.
Just Smashcast. Just search for the NerdBacon name. That's where we're going to be. So anyway, we have gone on a long time, but it was worth it. We covered a lot of E3 goodness. I am excited.
Covered the biggest news in gaming as of late. We talked about AEW real quick, and we're all encompassing here.
That's right. It's NerdBacon.
That's right.
See the shirt? NerdBacon.
Yeah.
All right. Any parting words? Where can they follow you?
Don't forget to follow on Twitter at Jeff Roth. Also on Twitch.tv/Jeff Roth. I've been streaming there a lot more often. Been getting into Star Trek Online, some Overwatch, some Hearthstone. Been playing some WWE No Mercy mods, WWF No Mercy mods.
Sure.
So I've been kind of playing a little bit of everything over there, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for that and see what the hell I'm going to do next.
And you can follow me at Dave the Watchman. I pop on every once in a while. I've been trying to get through this damn mission in Ace Combat 7. I just can't do it. So you can see me struggle with that sometimes. And anything else that I might be doing. But as always, be sure to follow us on Twitter at nerd_bacon. Just check out the site, NerdBacon.com, for more E3 predictions and much more in-depth coverage. But that's about it for our show for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you for E3 coming up here in just a couple weeks. But until then, we will see you next time on the Game Tasty Show.
Next Thursday, nice chill, relaxed gameplay stream. We'll stream and talk and just kind of hang out with y'all.
You got it. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night, and don't forget to game tasty. We'll see you next week.
Peace!